Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Spinning the Block. I'm Carla Chiffon and I am here with
It's your boy Derek Demure.
And it's your boy DJ Designs.
We don't make the headlines.
We just debate the headlines and give them to you straight.
and this episode is of course brought to you by D's Totally Tees and Hughes BOA. And we have a lot to discuss today. And I want to start off with something that I have been seeing, everywhere. Every social media platform you go to, everybody is arguing about this Frisco teen that stabbed another teen in Frisco. And that teen ended up passing away, sadly. There's been a lot of debate on social media. It's been that black against white violence type of thing going on. There's a lot of unpack here, but let's get into the video real quick and then we'll talk.
WFAA has obtained new court documents revealing how Austin Metcalf was stabbed to death at a track meet in Frisco. Police say another teenager had fresh blood on his finger when they found him at Kirkendall Stadium.
The affidavit shows that when officers arrived, Carmelo Anthony told them he got into an argument with Metcalf. And when the arresting officer said he had the alleged suspect in custody, Anthony replied, "I'm not alleged. I did it."
But Anthony told officers he only acted in self-defense and asked them if Metcalf was okay.
Several witnesses paint a different picture, and Metcalf's father told Matt Howerton he is not buying the excuse.
The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened.
Yeah, the truth will come out.
Yeah, there's been a lot on social media about this. There has been a lot of people who are upset with how they're portraying the black kid, Carmelo Anthony, because they're trying to say that they're trying to make him out to be like a bad person. But they say he was a kid with a 4.0, no record. And there's just a lot to this story. Outside of the track meet and everything that's going on, let me break it down to you real quick. What we know is that both students were at a track meet. Carmelo, I guess it started raining at some point. Carmelo went under another team's tent at the track meet. This was the school of the kid that passed away, Austin. And him and his twin brother were underneath the tent. And they were basically trying to kick him out because he didn't go to that school. But Austin and his brother also did not run track. So that's another layer to it. At some point, I just know that there was an altercation. Carmelo told him, "Touch me, see what happens." And the boy touched him and he stabbed him in his heart. Carmelo took off running and the kid ultimately died in his teen brother's arms. So, yeah, there's been a lot going on with this one.
Yeah, man, that's a lot. And you know what the crazy thing is? His name is Carmelo Anthony, like the athlete, like the
Yeah.
basketball player Carmelo Anthony, except his name is spelled with a K. Um, it's unfortunate, and I hear people like making all kind of excuses for Carmelo. And as bad as I want to be on his side, I'm conflicted with this because yeah, they might have been bullies or whatever, but why did you have a knife at school? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What what happened that you were packing a knife at school in the first place? I mean, good kid, I get that 4.0 average, 4.0 GPA, never been in trouble before. So why would you feel the need to pack a knife to school? I just don't get that part. And then to stab him in the heart and you telling him like if you put your hands on me, something gonna happen. Square up with him. I don't understand this new age where like y'all either gotta stab somebody or shoot somebody. Like square up.
Yeah, well, not justifying it, but it was 2 against 1 in that situation because you got two over 200-pound linebackers that's over 6 feet against Carmelo because they were twin brothers. Both of them were there at the same time. But at the same time, like you said, he bring that knife. It's kind of like, why did you bring a kitchen knife to a track meet? But they did say that Carmelo had just got into an altercation with these same twins the week prior at a, like, I guess a party or something like that. And they said that something about they were bullying him and his girlfriend. I don't know how true that is, but I did see that.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say a pocket knife. Almost everybody carries around pocket knife. It's Texas. If you
Mhm.
ain't got a pocket knife, you got a gun. I understand he's a teenager, but all these teenagers get personalized pocket knives with the personalized pouches. So, but you said
Not
it
at
was
school
kitchen.
though. At
I know not
school,
at school, but they still keep it up. They some country boys. Frisco, out here. They got them for fishing wire, all type of things. But you said it was a kitchen knife,
Yeah, they
which
said it was a kitchen knife.
so if it's a kitchen knife, yeah, that's not looking good because that's just messed up my whole argument. But at the end of the day, what I gotta say is being bullying, you never know how that's gonna, how the next person's gonna react because they are in fear for their life. You're bigger, you're stronger than them, and all they know is like, dude, I don't want to get bullied, I don't want to get beat up, and they just react like a cat in the corner is gonna come out clawing. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, that's what happened. But we really don't know what happened. His father said there's video out there, so I really want to reserve my judgment for when the actual video, when the
Yeah,
actual, you know what I'm saying, the trial's going on because without all the facts is not clear, and it sounds like it's too much for him to just stab somebody and nothing went on prior to that. So
mhm,
something, like you said, Carly, something might have been going on prior to that, and that's what we got to get down to. But it still doesn't condone taking someone's life. There's other options that could have been easily remedied, but like you said, when it's two against one in a corner, it's fight or flight, and it's just unfortunate he had the knife on him.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. It is crazy because it's like neither one of them needed to be under that tent in the first place. I mean, he
Yeah,
didn't go to the school, and then they went to the school, but y'all don't run track, so neither one of
exactly.
y'all need to even be under that tent in the first place. The whole situation really could have been avoided, and it's really sad because just like you said, nobody's life needed to be taken from that. But they said after Carmelo did it, he ran off immediately, and when the police found him, one of the first things he asked was like, he said like, like I did it, is he okay? He, I
Yeah.
guess, did not realize the extent of what he was doing. I guess he was just trying to like get a shot off and then like leave. Regardless, a knife is a knife. That's a weapon. I don't know if they're gonna try to make it premeditated at all. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get away with self defense. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay,
agree.
so
Go
Dro
ahead.
was saying in the comments
Hmm.
that the twins had also posted they hope they see the monkey at the track meet.
Oh
Ooh,
wow. Well,
So I mean, if that post is out there, then yeah, I mean that's aiding his self defense case.
but I mean, not to negate that, but what I did see that a bunch of misinformation was going around, just like they had a toxicology report out already that the dude was overdosed on meth. So they're trying to make it. They just got a bunch of misinformation out right now. That's why I want to wait for the facts.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I I don't know.
That's a tough one.
If they put that on Instagram that they're waiting for the monkey to come to the track meet, that is crazy. I don't I don't know. But a lot of people were pissed because they were just basically saying they're trying to paint Camilo out to be this black kid that got in trouble and all this different stuff. They were saying like, they're showing these fake guns that it was an aerosol gun compared to Austin and his brother. They really hunt and go out and supposedly they're bullies to other people, not just them. So I don't know. Just like you said, we got to kind of wait till all the facts come out. But yeah, it's
And they already the white kid's parents already raised like over $200,000 for his defense.
mhm,
Carmelo need help with his defense. They only asking for 50K, and I think they only raised around 10K so far. So
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people just stigmatizing Carmelo. Like you said, even the spin on the news, they just made him out to be this victim, and they done that before when my brother got shot. And it's just like you're saying, who shot first? The dude didn't even have a gun. You just spinning out misinformation, and you're not even giving the side of the both sides of the story. So with this coming out, if they being bullies and this went down in this video, proof of this, you know, I don't think those white people, are going to be happy about that, man.
yeah,
video and post, because at first I thought he just dry ass went over to their tent. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is this little ass doing over there in the first place? Because the first thing they tell us, like when we was in school, the first thing they would say is, "Don't be going over to the visitor side." You know what I'm saying? Because
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
especially if it's a heated rivalry.
yeah, yeah, but in track, it was always like we people was on our tent, we was on their tent, and then if it was a girls and boys meet, it was just always a lot of intermingling, and especially those tents that's like that in the bleachers. It's like anyone can come up underneath there, but so it's just like I don't know. Track this. track this year has been going crazy. First to go with the baton, and now the stabbing. They about to start having stricter rules at track. I feel like
Yeah,
More
track is getting
security.
yeah, it's getting a little violent.
track.
It's crazy. You would never think. You would never think that would be the
Now let me stop, man. That's crazy.
man. Okay. Another tragic stabbing that also happened this week is Clarissa Shields' nephew. He passed away from being stabbed to death. And her younger sister ended up getting in a car accident. So she has a lot going on this week. Yeah, let's check this
Today
video.
has been one of them days where I can't even. It's been so bad today. Not in my own personal life. Fight hype, what up? Not in my own personal life, but well, yes, I guess it would be because nothing happened to me, just with my family. Today, my nephew got stabbed, and he died. And then right after, my younger sister got into a car accident. She's okay. Thank God she's all right, but she got into a really bad car accident. So today has been one of them days where I was like, oh.
Can I say this? It was really awkward watching her in this hot tub as she's saying that her nephew died that day and her sister got in a car accident. I was just feeling like, why are you not out with your family? But everybody grieves different. She was saying that she was thankful that her massage was booked for that day. Like she said that God knew she was going to need that massage. So, yeah, but when my initial thought when I seen that video was like, shouldn't you be with your family? But maybe they're in a different state. Maybe you have to catch a flight, all of that. I don't know.
I was thinking that too. But then at the same time, when you get older, it's like family got to hold themselves down because I still got a life to live. So I
Mm,
could see where she was coming from. But at the same time, it's like, I'm thinking like when you like it was confusing because black people we call everybody our nephew or nieces. So it's like, is this your biological nephew or is this like one of your nephews that you've been taking care of out here? Like
mm,
you said, because that's just it was too casual even for me.
yeah.
But I mean, it's sad to hear that her nephew probably got stabbed and then her sister is into that. Maybe she's in so much shock, like she's just still. It's
Yeah.
sad but hopefully it gets better for Clarissa.
Mm,
Yeah, that's unfortunate about her nephew. I don't know like any of the details of what happened, but I can say, when your people own, like it's people out there that's jealous of that. So you really have to watch who you're around, watch who in your circle. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Things like that. Lil Snoop taught us that because his friend killed him. So, I mean, you definitely got to be aware. Like I said, when your people get on, because you never know who's got hidden animosity towards you, basically. So, and then to have your sister in a car accident on was it the same day?
Yeah, I think it was the same day. She was saying something about like her sister was going to see the family and be with the family, and I guess she got in an accident either leaving there or before she got there. One of the two.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it just mess with your mental. It's good she don't have a fight coming up because I think she'll be out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Clarissa had some other things going on too because she went to go exercise in the gym, was trying to get back in her workout, rhythm. And while she was there was a white man that told her, could she please be quiet while she was running on the treadmill.
No, she didn't.
I'm over here winning, baby.
Can you use headphones? Do you mind if you use headphones?
What do you mean?
Because you're being loud.
How can you hear me? You have your headphones.
I have my headphones, and I still hear you.
So you don't want me to talk? I'm still gonna be able
No,
to
it's not
talk.
that. I'm just asking kindly if you could use your headphones.
What do you hear? My voice? You're still gonna hear my voice.
And her voice.
I'm her.
Okay.
You don't hear nobody's voice but mine.
Okay.
I don't know how you hear me. He got his headphones on. You want me to speak lower? Pap is right there next to me on the other treadmill running. Well, he's walking. So he like, what he just said? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm trying to keep my composure because I guess he don't want to hear my voice while I'm on my live. Like, what the hell? So
What the hell?
Pap was like, hey, mute that, because the man got off the treadmill and went to go do something. I don't know. Maybe he was done running because he had ran a hard ass mile. He had to run a hard ass mile. He had to. So Pap was like, hey, mute that. Pap
So I muted my live to where y'all couldn't hear, and Pap went down there and talked to him. I don't know what Pap said. I just kept it muted because that's what he asked me to do. And then all of a sudden after, I don't know what Pap said to him, but he came back and he said, hey, the white man came back and said, hey, sorry for being rude.
Glad he apologized.
Hey, Pap said something to him, but hey,
You already know what Pap said. It's gonna be a problem, nigga. You don't go apologize.
yeah, for real, for real. At the end of the day, like, why you worried about her talking? It's a public gym. I mean, I think only gym that I know you can't really be loud is Anytime Fitness. They can't slam weights and stuff. But regular gyms, you do regular stuff. People be yelling on the treadmill. I mean, sorry, buddy.
Nah, Pap was ready to put them paws on that boy. Pap said, mute it so can't nobody hear what's about to go on because I'm about to put these paws on him. But
That's
these two, these two are inseparable, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you see Clarissa, you see Pap. So I'm really feeling that. I know Remy is probably in her feelings, and if I was Easy the Black Captain after Remy did that shit at a show talking about if I wanted your man, I have your man. If I was Easy the Black Captain, I'll be feeling some type of way because apparently you still harboring feelings for this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's glad to see Clarissa and Pap on the same page like this.
Yeah, I'm glad she got somebody that has her back like that because I mean she has been going through a lot of stuff. Like I feel like every few weeks we see her in the news with something else. It's like, oh, the weed test.
yeah, crazy.
It's just, yeah, she's been having a lot going on ever since she hit stardom. It's just been like back to back incidents happening, and she's been able to prevail through all of it. So and I'm glad that he by his side. I mean, by her side. But we know Papoose, he hold it down. He held Remy down for a long time. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what he do. Someone who I'm sure wishes that they would have been quiet this week is Demi Blanco because she was arrested for calling the police on young Scooter. She called the police to his location and basically was saying that there was a woman inside of the location being abused, which later on she came out to say was her. Now she got arrested for that. Play the clip.
Atlanta 911 operator 8715. What is the location of your emergency?
The location is
with the transfer. 1 second, ma'am, for 273 William Nye Drive, Southeast.
273 William Nye.
Yeah.
No, it's 273 William. Oh, you said Nye NYE, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you to Cab. Hello, caller.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Do you need police, fire, EMS?
Actually, both. If you could say both. There was literally a shooting. The house, literally the neighbors next door. The house
This the part that
of
get
the
me
address
right
that
here,
I just
though.
gave you, the 273. There is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. There's like 7 guys that live in this house.
I guess it cut out. It wasn't playing. Could y'all hear? Because I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I can
Nah,
hear.
it was playing.
Oh, I couldn't hear it no more. But the part that got me was when she was saying it's drugs and pimping and all that over there. Like, why couldn't you just come out and say it was you that was getting assaulted?
And she didn't even sound very wary. She sounded very calm. So I don't know. That was just, it sounded like a setup. She knew what was going on in operation, and she sent them boys in there, and she just wanted them to rough them up. But unfortunately, someone got killed. So now she got to go explain her way to them officers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was crazy because, that a lot of people have been making that same argument, saying basically like you're on the phone, you're not saying that you're the one that's in danger, you're saying it's your neighbor, you're saying that another woman, and then now whenever the police come, now you're saying it was you that this happened to. I don't know
That's
how.
what got her arrested.
Yeah,
That's what got her arrested. I mean, if it was you, why act like it's somebody else? That made no sense at all. Just tell them, I'm getting assaulted. This is the address. I need help. Whoopty whoop, whatever. But to get on there and act like it's somebody else and then to try to clean that shit up, go online and clean that shit up, that's crazy. I think we do have the clip of her trying to clean that shit up too.
Yeah, I seen her talking about it, but the cops ain't having it though.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt. And I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything. All these troll pages. Y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman. And I was physically abused multiple times.
She sounded like she was in more distress right there on that call than she did on the original.
Exactly. Come on. Multiple times, so you called that time, and you just made up a whole story. I don't think the police gonna let her off with that unless she can prove this abuse. She can prove this abuse. She probably gonna do about 5 years behind that.
5 years, you think? Oh wow, that'd be crazy.
She gonna catch that manslaughter charge. I mean,
somebody died
because
behind
he only fled because she made that call and then they showed up. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Nothing would have happened. He wouldn't have lost his life like that.
It's like you got to prove that now because you got them sending in I'm talking about they coming in. They not knocking on the door, seeing for disturbance. They send them boys straight up in there because you saying it's pimping and she getting pistol whipped. So they sending and they going in with the mentality that something's going on here and we got to put them down. So she messed up with that phone call.
Yeah. I mean, if that happened to her, if she was actually being abused, of course, terrible. We don't want that
to happen.
But it's just like, yeah, when you call, if something has happened to you, I don't know, I would have been crying. I would have been like, something. And I would have said it was me if it was me.
That's what I'm about to say. She made a story.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. If it's happening to you, why would you try to make it look like it's happening to somebody else?
That's what's so confusing. It's not making sense. Was there another
really
one?
Not making sense.
Like,
even with her clearing it up, it still don't make sense. So I don't know.
It don't make sense, man. But another person that was pleading to the judge this week was Young Thug after he got in trouble for basically posting online a DA who he called like the biggest snitch of them all or the biggest liar. The biggest liar. And people were giving this woman threats after this. So he was in trouble, basically almost violating his probation here.
This is a screenshot of that tweet from tonight's court filing. In it, Williams wrote, quote, "biggest liar in the DA office," along with a picture of the investigator in question. Willis says the investigator and her family have received threats on social media in the wake of that tweet.
What our motion is concerned about is that we certainly believe that his post was to threaten law enforcement, which is all part of gang activity. We know that it is clear to Mr. Williams that the intent of the district attorney is to stop gang activity in Fulton County, Georgia. We believe the judge's order is clear, and that this is an intentional violation.
I mean, yeah, with this one, I don't think that he was like intentionally trying to put the DA in harm. I think he was just expressing how he feels. He's been in prison, jail for all this time. It was a lot of time taken off his life, his career, that he was just sitting there and he's frustrated. I mean, he's out and he should be happy about that. But he's probably still frustrated seeing this woman just on his TL. But outside of that, you have to learn how to just kind of refrain from some stuff. You can't put your opinion out all over platforms when you know what kind of platform you have. People are looking at everything you do.
15 years. 15 years. That's how long he got on probation. Bro, you're going to have to stop speaking now because these people want to revoke you and put you in jail for real. Like, that's going to be, they playing the long game and you over here playing around. That really should have been a violation of probation. But you got that good lawyer and he probably spun it how college just spun it for you. But you're going to have to chill, bro. Seriously. 15 years.
15 years.
Man, that's freedom of speech. You can't stop that man from just talking. YSL Whitaker said, "Nah, I'm not about to let y'all mess with King Slime." You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
That ain't no freedom of speech, and a lot of your freedoms get revoked when you under probation. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if you're on probation, a cop can come to you and just search you and whatever, just because you don't have those type of rights. You're still.
They can search you, but she can't. They can't stop him from saying the biggest lie in the DA's office. The bitch did lie.
I
She lied
mean,
and she got his watch. She
he
still
shouldn't
got
be
it. What a
speaking
watch
on
it.
law. He shouldn't be speaking on law enforcement. He just bringing eyes to himself, and it's gonna be a pilot. We got 15 years of this. This only ain't even been year one. He's gonna get
And
revoked.
it's not even like he outed her though.
Oh,
The
McKenna.
first in the first trial, after Viverito got on the stand and she did all that lying, it was pictures of her everywhere. Remember, she wanted her face hit not shown in the trial. People went
Yeah,
and dug up pictures and showed her face all over the internet. So it's not like that. It's not like he outed her. You know what I'm saying?
Was it
And
proven that
he
she lied?
defended her.
Was that
Huh?
proven that she was lying? Like it was proven that she was lying?
That she was lying on the stand. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna say it in the case of like if it was where he put this out there and it wasn't like proven that she was lying, then he could get in trouble for that because your freedoms are like you can't slander somebody. Like she can file for that, but if it is true that she did it, then it's like, oh, okay. Like
And
that's not
then
like
she took his Richard Millie watch. She the one that took his Richard Millie watch and put it in the evidence. Where to watch it?
wait, so has this woman got in trouble for lying on the stand and everything? Like what's
Nah,
going on with that? No? Okay, that's crazy. Well,
caught
but
in some black lies.
wait,
Whitaker did low key to tell him. Whitaker low key told him to leave those people alone, though. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay. See, that's probably what it
She
is.
just said, yeah, she just said he should make better choices and not like be speaking on stuff like that. But at the same time, I mean, you can't stop him. It's not a violation of his probation if he chooses to do that. But you know these people coming for you. So why
Yeah.
you still fucking with them?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, just go ahead and leave it alone. Stay out. Be happy while you out. What is he saying right here?
Yeah. And then he's like, nah, he was just saying right there, he was saying, the autopsy came back, Street got shot. Now I don't know where he got that from. Like, I don't know if young Scooter really got shot or not. But
Oh, is that what he's trying to say?
yeah, that's what he put
Oh,
on the tweet.
oh, he gotta stop.
that's what I'm saying. He keep
He
messing with
just
these
being messy
police.
right there.
They gotta take his whole Twitter away. I ain't gonna. You facing 15 years and you on here tweeting back to back like this. No, you just gotta put that in the group chat. That's all you gotta do. You can't be on Twitter doing this because getting because if he gets off of his 15 years probation and gets sent back to jail, what is he doing? Like 22 years or something like that?
I
I think
believe the
Now he'll do
15.
the 15. Yeah.
15 years. Okay.
Minus whatever he got, whatever street time he got. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay. Well, he won this time. I hope he stays out of trouble and stays off of Twitter. Another person that is winning in the courtroom is Drake because he won a major win against UMG, which was Universal Music Group, pretty much, who he sued about the whole Kendrick thing. Yeah, let's get into this.
Big deal.
What that mean now, though?
That means that Drake and team can go in and do what they've been saying that they wanted to do for a very long time. They can go in, they can look at contracts, including things that are in relation to Kendrick Lamar.
So they'll be able to get Kendrick's contract to UMG, his signing contract and his deals and all that? That sounds crazy.
Well, they haven't done it yet.
What are they going to discover that they don't already know, though? That the machine puts, a little extra oomph behind records that are already moving, just like I'm sure they're doing with Nokia right now?
I think what they trying to go in and find out is like any wrongdoing of the machine making oomph and all that stuff.
That wrong. If it's wrongdoing, then it's typical record industry practices that have been going on since the beginning of time.
Charlemagne was ready to try to tear Drake up. Charlemagne was ready.
you know he don't like Drake. Never have.
Never have.
I mean, I really don't see this as a win because they're never gonna get those hands on those emails and those files. Drake them is puny compared to this big old corporation, and like the corporation was saying, it's kind of premature because you don't even know if the case is going to get dismissed. You haven't heard our filing, or you know what I'm saying, for dismissal. So you want me to give over the files when you might even dismiss the case. So I don't see it going through that. I see they about to go through the dismissal case, and I think it's going to get dismissed before Drake and a team even get to see the emails and all this type of stuff they want to see behind closed doors.
Yeah, it really ain't nothing to see here. I mean, so they gave a little extra push to a record that was already hot. That's their job. That's how they make their money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not their job to verify what's being said on a rap record. They just, hey, if it's hot, we pushing it.
Exactly.
Exactly. And just like Charlamagne said, like it's something that they're doing for not just that one specific record. They're doing it for a lot of people in the music industry. It's just how it works. You know,
Even Drake.
Yeah. Like they said, they doing it for no Kia right now. So
Yeah, right. So Drake, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. I rock with you, but on this type of stuff, you kind of tripping right now. But
yeah, fuck your feelings, nigga.
we gonna see.
I love Drake too, but you know he gotta chill. He should drop this lawsuit himself. I really wish he would just go ahead.
I thought he had dropped it, didn't he? Like, didn't they say, they wouldn't let him drop it or something? It was.
I don't know.
He was trying to drop
Nah,
it.
I think he dropped a part of it. We covered it. We covered it on one of those streams. Yeah, I think he dropped a part of it.
I thought he was done with this, and to hear this, I'm just like, okay, he's still with this.
He's still going. He's still with it.
Well, they trying to save face, shit.
He trying to. Well, as the Drake and Kendrick beef continues on the court, we have another one of Drake enemies who got in trouble, Ja Morant. He was fined $75K for making some gun gestures during the basketball.
So you had offsetting technicals during the timeout. As the Warriors were going to the bench, Ja Morant had some form of gesture there. You can make that
Curry got
what
real
you
mad
want.
too.
And then Buddy Hield kind of responded, so you have offsetting tees, no free throws.
And so Morant did it again last night. Here's what he had to say after the game when asked about criticisms of his actions. Quote, "I'm kind of used to it. I was pretty much a villain for 2 years now. Every little thing, if somebody can say something negative about me, it's going to be out there. So yeah, I don't care no more," end quote. So the NBA responded this morning with that $75,000 fine.
Ooh, I mean, one thing Ja Morant loves is a gun. He can't get away from him, huh? He can't get away from him. I don't understand.
Yeah, but I don't see the big deal of it. Everybody does it on a basketball court. The kids doing it with each other. I understand Ja got caught with a real gun or that situation he had a couple summers ago, but it's like, so you didn't mess with last night I was watching the Lakers game, white dude against the Warriors, Pozinski, however you say his name. He shot a three, he sprayed the whole bench. And I don't hear nobody talking about this right now. It's just like, come on, man. Stop making this a big thing because it's Ja. Golly, man.
Oh, I didn't see that, but Ja did it twice in a row. We got a special guest, y'all, but
oh, he gonna come back for the Jokic one.
Oh, he gonna come back for the Jokic one. Okay,
yeah.
That's what.
Ja, that dude did twice in a row too. He had a half court shot, and then he came back down and he pointed the guns again. He did it twice in one game.
I
so
think
just like, come on, man.
The difference with Ja is like you already been in trouble with this stuff before, and then on top of that, they told him not to do it, and then he went to another game and did it twice in that game, and that's when the fine hit. So
yeah,
I mean, but
everybody's doing it though. Like,
you're right, they pick and choose. They do pick and choose.
He's picking and choosing. It's like, leave this man alone. He's just trying to ball. Come on, bro. He did everything right this year. He doing that. Everybody's doing that. You ain't gonna. If you're not gonna address it across the board, don't address him with it because it's messing up the game, in my opinion. And especially,
but did you see Draymond and Steph though, acting like some little kids telling the teacher?
Oh,
Draymond
Steph was hurt.
Did you see that?
Steph was hurt. That's what I said. Steph, really? Like, you about to go tell? Come on, man. That's crazy. I didn't peep Draymond. I should have peeped him, but. Steph,
let me play it back. Y'all can see Draymond run up to the ref, man.
So you had offsetting technicals during the timeout. As the Warriors were going to the bench, Ja Morant had some form of gesture there. You could make that what you want. And then Buddy Hield kind of responded. So you have offsetting tees, no free throws.
And so Morant did it again.
Did you see Draymond right there?
We missed
so Morant did it
Probably
again
gotta slow
last.
that part down, but it was hard to see. I seen it when it was on my phone. I missed it there. But there was some big old crybabies, boy.
Yeah, that's what got me. But I mean, on the real, John, you've been caught flashing the gun on live. You already know, the league. You can't be the face of the league because how you present yourself already. So you just need to tone it down, bro.
Yeah. I just call them the YNs of the NBA. And we got another YN of the NBA. Anthony Edwards, who allegedly paid $1 million for a one lump sum of child support to get Ayesha Howard off his back. This is so crazy. I've never in history heard of somebody saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna pay you for all 18 years right now."
Man. Yo.
She's saying it's cap though. She's saying like she never been served any court documents or heard anything like this, so it's all cap. And anyway, I'm saying like, okay, if you get a contract extension or sign a new contract, you're gonna end up right back in court because she not gonna let you make all this money and not ask for an increase. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a signed stipulation in there saying that she can't come back and ask for more money.
Yeah, that's gonna be the signed stipulation. Especially I'm forking over this signed stipulation. Hey, this is what it is. I would say if this is true, this got to be the most GOAT move of all time, and a lot of dudes are gonna start doing this.
No, this is not a GOAT move to pay $1 million to not be in your kid's life. That is terrible.
No, because of what he said, what he done before this. He told her, "Yo, I don't want the baby." You know what I'm saying? Like we were just fucking around. You little baby mama, I'm good. We just, you know what I'm saying? Take care of that. Girls always like to glow how they go take care of that and all that. She didn't want to take care of that. He said, "I'm not going to be in the baby's life." She said, "That's fine." She still want money out of him. Okay, bro, look, I'm not in the baby's life. Here go. I'm going to pay 18 years up front. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a GOAT move. Now it's like, what you going to do?
But look, he been after her. She said she usually don't post her DMs and shit, but she been posting. She posted this DM and then she posted some text messages. He been after the chick since 2022. So I mean, now all of a sudden, because you got a baby by, you don't want to have no dealings with it. That's crazy.
2022, I was Anthony Edwards. 2025, I'm AE, and I told you I don't want that baby. So here go a meal and go chill. Here go a meal and go chill. That's all. That's it.
As much money as he's making in the first place, I don't even feel like $1 million payment for 18 years is enough money. Let's start there. I'm not trying to justify what she did because at the end of the day, she's 38. She shouldn't have been dating this child in the first place. But hey, that's what they do nowadays. They're mismatching, getting the older women that they've been wanting for a long time. All right, cool. But you can't force nobody to go have an abortion. Everybody don't want to do that. So she kept the baby. Okay, y'all right. At some point, it's part of her responsibility, but it's take two to tango. You can't just expect her to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep the baby," and you don't have to take care of him at all. Like, you're a millionaire. Why would you not want to take care of your kid?
So how can you can't force her to have the baby, but you can force him to be a dad? That's just like some forceful stuff going on.
He forced himself to be a dad.
How he forced himself? He said, "Hey, I can't force you."
Football game was weak. That's how he forced himself to be a dad. You should have strapped up, nigga. If you knew
man, look. If we can't, it's a legal process for you to get this done. Get it done legally. Ain't nobody gonna shame you. But you don't want to do that. So now I don't want to do this. Hey, my pocket's my choice. You know what I'm saying? If I don't want to provide for you guys, I told you this from the beginning.
Man, this is
Take a meal and chill. Now, but I will say that I think it's bogus because $5,000 a month, they ain't granting him that $5,000 a month. He gonna be more like $35,000 a month. So I think this report was bogus, to be honest, though.
Man, I don't know what he was thinking. Like, because if it is just 1 million, like you said, that's not enough money for real.
No.
Because way too much money. On top of that, what would have like solved all the problems? A condom. If they would have used a condom, then this wouldn't be happening. So that's on him. He was supposed to put that on.
Hey, she talking about contraceptives. Hey, who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's on him, but it's at the same time it's on. Hey, he's dealing with the problem. He deal with it by naturally being there, but he can't be there. He can't be there because he really didn't want to be here. I'm sorry. It just is what it is, man. I'll be with the Rolling Stone, and he ended up with 1 million.
I hope
Shout
that
out to Beauty Conversations.
Yeah, shout out. I hope that when he get a little bit older, because he's still young, I hope that he realized, like, hey, if you bring kids into this world, that you should be there for them. You should help take care of them. And hopefully he'll mature and be like, okay, I'm going to try to have a relationship with my kid. But
I hope Dro's still in here because I know she gonna get dead on your ass about this.
Yeah, I said this for him. Like with me, nah, man.
That's your thinking process. She gonna get dead on your ass.
Nah, if it was me, I would have, because they worth more than $1 million, so we would have been Gucci. But that's what he think. Like I'm trying to tap into his mindset, and the YNs like him.
Yeah, Ayesha had a response to this though.
Dro
So
laughed.
yeah, I see it. Ayesha had a response to this, and the response was honestly kind of crazy itself. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
I've also come to realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and I have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you?
Petty.
Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby?
Damn. She petty. But she got a good point though.
Did she? Did she have a good point?
I feel like it was kind of valid because we are saying, oh, because he rich. That's the only reason he kept the baby. Like I was saying, she right. I mean, but at the same time, like you said, you can't force people to have abortion. But it still was kind of valid.
That was like the whole thing. When I was watching it, I was just like, she gotta just turn the phone off. Just sit it down. You shouldn't. Don't say nothing. Just leave it alone. People gonna talk regardless. So it's like,
yeah, I was thinking that too.
Addressing it. But I mean, when she did say that, I mean, she was like, I'm finna eat him up with this one. She thought she had it there. I mean, and she might have, because she did make some points in a little bit. But like at the same time, you had your baby so you can be on Section 8 is crazy. Whenever she said that,
she said another Section 8 voucher. Man, hold up. That's crazy. She was eating though.
Wow.
I see why Anthony Edwards left her alone. Because I could not sit there and listen to her talk all day. Her voice get on my fucking nerves. I'm not lying. And then she talking like they seeking her out. You putting yourself in position to be at the places that these rappers and these athletes are at. So don't just come like they seeking you out because you pretty or whatever with the BBL body, but Lil Baby stamped you, so now you getting passed around in this circle like all these other broads. That's
But
all it is.
But if she already said, like, if she's already showing the receipts of him trying to message her since 2022, I mean, that does show that he did seek her out in that instance, at least.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, because Lil Baby had already stamped her though. Okay, you got a baby by a rapper. So now you in this circle. You finna get tossed around in this circle. That's all it is. Anthony Edwards just raw dogged her and got a baby by her too. That's all. But I mean,
So
you in that circle just like the rest of them bras at ATL.
Okay. So it was just basically like now you done became an IG model because your baby daddy is this person, and then you feel like, okay, now people in your DMs real. But originally you feel like she was like seeking it out. I mean, girls do that. So I can't justify it at this point. Honestly, I really can't. I can't justify it. She probably was.
Just like Future with the shit he going through with Gorgeous Dog. Now, you know what I'm saying? Just like Kevin Gates, the shit he going through with his side piece now that he with Brittany Renner. You know, all these bros running a little circle like that.
Wait, I missed that one.
That was this week, I believe. Yeah, Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner, they made it official, man.
Oh, you didn't know that? Wait till the video drop. He got a video dropping with his side chick talking and like he getting engaged to Brittany Renner. I think they really about to get engaged though.
I'm about to say I like them together though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I like them together too.
I don't see it look like they perfect match right now.
Oh wow, I gotta go check that out.
Those some crazy light skins right there.
See, even Dro say it's crazy how they recycle these women.
yeah. They do.
That's what I'm about to say. Come on, it's not needed. But I mean, that's crazy.
Someone that might understand where Asha, is that her? How you say her name? I don't know.
Asia, I think it's
Ayesha Howard, where she's coming from is definitely Ruby Rose because she made a splash on this week's news because she has been stating her dating requirements and she got some pretty high standards, high dollar standards at least.
To be rich.
Like at least as much money as I have. We were literally just having this conversation outside.
What's like the minimum? What's the minimum number like yearly he got to be able to bring in, just so people know?
Like hopefully, I don't know. Like
no, say it.
I don't want to
just say
seem shallow. Okay.
You got a standard.
Okay. Like hopefully, like at least like $5 million
a year.
A year.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
It's like, and not to seem shallow, but you know, you guys probably wouldn't date an ugly girl, right? No. So I don't want to date a broke nigga.
Yeah, so $5 million. What y'all think about that? That's a requirement.
I mean, she got the right to say that because right now she's young and beautiful, and if that's what she requires, that's what she requires. Now, the other person who has that is going to require a lot too. So it's just like, are you prepared for what's going to come with that $5 million? A lot of people regret it later.
Namir, what you got? Like you finna say something crazy. Just feel it.
I'm only saying she got the right to say that because she can match that. Okay, she says she make $400,000 a month on OnlyFans, so that add up to about, you know what I'm saying, $5 million a year, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's around in that number, but yeah, it's a but. To those bras that be on Snap DMing people with the swipe up and buy your content and all that, don't think you fall in this category. All right, that's what I'm saying. Don't let Ruby Rose pipe y'all up. Y'all are not the same. Okay?
Y'all are not the same. I knew something was coming. I knew something crazy was coming. Okay. Yeah, so with this one, I feel like Ruby is like, you know, she justified in saying it. If you bring it to the table, that's definitely what you should be expecting to come to the table for you. You can't think that like some man off the street is going to be able to bag her. Maybe whenever she was a regular person, then yes. But, you know, you got to be equally yoked. And I feel like the only people that are going to get mad about her making this statement are people that can't afford it, you know? Honestly.
One, I don't know why people subscribe to OnlyFans anyway, just to look at a broad. You get $10, $15, $20 taken out of your account every month just to look at a broad. What is you getting from that?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, So when you were saying that she could match this money, but I'm thinking like in my head, but she has no real talent. That money is kind of fictional in a way because it's not sustainable in my eyes. I mean, unless this OnlyFans stuff becomes the new YouTube, I don't see that. I mean, of course, when you get older, either your fans are going to they're really going to phase out, especially when you're promoting just your body and stuff like that. So I don't
But
see
you
this
forget she
problem.
do rap though. She
Yeah,
do rap.
that's going to phase out too because they listen to her raps because they like her OnlyFans content. Or I
But she
don't
got
know.
residual income. Ruby Rose, she got some alright stuff, but I mean,
But I'm just saying, it feel like it's fake money compared to somebody who's really making $5 million off of their talent. So it's just like you requiring a lot, but you're gonna have to be asked to do a lot, in my opinion, to be
but
with
I'm pretty
somebody.
sure she investing it too, though. I mean, it's not like she making 400 grand and not doing nothing with it, or blowing
I'm
it.
pretty.
I'm
I mean,
pretty
they
sure.
buying $3,000 jeans and $5,000 shoes and stuff. I mean, that's what they doing with it. They getting new hair extensions every 3 weeks. That's like $2,000. They can spend it. They've done it. Lil Meech did it. They can do it.
I think that the thing with Ruby Rose though, if you listen to her interviews, she's actually very smart. So I think that she is investing this money in some other things. Like she has like a bra company, I think that's coming up out, like a push-up bra or something like that. She's doing other
Yeah.
stuff. And like you said, she's a rapper. But this OnlyFans thing that's what she's been making money off of has happened for years. Like this is not like a this year thing or anything like that. But what's interesting about the OnlyFans is like in that same interview, I think it was that same interview, she was talking about how her ex is the person that convinced her to start the OnlyFans. Her ex is DDG. He's a YouTuber, streamer, and
Yeah.
he got on Instagram and he was like on his stream and basically was saying like, she's saying it's like it's a bad thing that I convinced her to do it. Like you making money, I never made no money off of it. You making basically your salary a year. Your income, your main income is coming from this, and he's like saying like she's trying to make it into a trauma thing now. Like she never wanted to start OnlyFans in the first place.
In which a lot of people don't realize, like that's what happened with the R. Kelly situation or a situation like that. They don't realize that they being coerced until they stop and think about it years later. And like, oh, he coerced me. That's how a lot of women, in my opinion, feel like sometimes like they've been coerced in that situation, and they feel like they're vulnerable. But he's like, yo, you're making all the money off of it. Calm down.
If
Yeah,
she didn't want to do it at first, she wouldn't be doing it now. They not together.
yeah, they're not together, and they haven't been in a long time. But the thing is, like she said, now she feels like she just has to keep it up. Um,
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I don't think those little
Because now she living a certain lifestyle.
it's not gonna. Yeah, it ain't gonna add up, man. And I feel like the OnlyFans thing could be a phase. It's hot now, but it's gonna be hot 3 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Because the content is gonna be all over for free soon, anyways. That's what always happens and stuff. So just like even Bad Baby, I think she made 50 million off of it 1 year, and then
crazy. That was surprising to me. I'm like, y'all paying to see Bad Baby? Like,
I'm like, what is going on?
like a
50
kid.
million. But they have broken down. I think $50 over like 1,000 people, like over a couple of months. You can get that. I'm like, dang, you need it. That's crazy.
They
There's
make
some
it
hard
big.
up people out there for real.
That's
And they
crazy.
got money. I think like didn't that dude Ruby Rose fan like pay $14,000 to be with her for a day or something like that? These
I don't know.
people.
I saw this. I saw when she did the stream with what's the Bobby Altop or whatever,
Oh yeah, the
like in
white
a
chick.
nursing home or something. Yeah, the white man gave her a Rolex.
That's what I'm saying. These people that they have be super rich, bro. So I mean, it might last forever, but anyways, shout out Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates. I think that's what we was on.
Well, I'm not sure if she wants this man at all, but a person that could afford her is Donald Trump. He has plenty of money, and he is over here talking about trying to run for this third term. He's barely only a few months into this first term. I mean, the second term, and he's already talking about a third one. Let's check this out.
If you were allowed, for some reason, to run for a third term, is there a thought that the Democrats could try to run Barack Obama against you?
I'd love that.
For his third term?
Boy, I'd love that. That would be a good one. I'd like that. They do say there's a way you can do it. But I don't know about that, but I have not looked into it.
Well, let me ask what you all been thinking. Can he do that? Well, the Constitution makes one thing clear. He can't be elected to a third term, Look at the 22nd Amendment. No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Well, Trump can't run again, but his Vice President J.D. Vance can. Imagine a scenario where Vance runs for president and flips the ticket. This time it is Trump who is Vance's running mate. And if Vance wins, he could resign and then hand the presidency back to Trump. But then check out the 12th Amendment. It states if someone is constitutionally ineligible for the presidency, well, then they can't be the VP. But then, say Vance wins with a different running mate, and then that VP resigns. Well, the 25th Amendment says the president can choose a different VP, and as long as Congress gives the thumbs up, well, could that be Trump?
Shout out to that Black queen for breaking that down. Because she had a great explanation right there. Yeah, this would be crazy if they try to figure out a way to manipulate the Constitution that they love so much. To make it against, to make it work for him. And I feel like they really will try to do this. But this man is old. Can he sit down somewhere? Why are we trying to do a third term? What is he going to be in 2028? He should be in his mid 80s already.
Yeah, he's still strong, still
like
kicking.
84 or something like that.
Still 84.
Still strong, still kicking though. So I mean, I think the best way to do it, if he's gonna do it, is just ratify the amendments, because the whole the whole becoming vice president thing is too much of loopholes. She broke it down good, but it's just too much. This got to meet this. If he can ratify the Constitution and say, "Hey, president can have an unlimited amount," I think that'd be the easier way to the third term. I'm with it, because you can't get everything done in 4 years that you want to do. So like FDR, the reason why he was one of our best presidents, because FDR had almost 15 years, and he died in presidency. So it's just like he did so good with the country because he had a lot of time and a lot of connections to, he's seen what the country needed. He got it in a certain direction because he had the time.
But what are we giving Trump more time to do? He's already about to put us in a recession. Do we want the one that's further and further in a recession? Is that what we want? Because it's like there are people protesting this man all over. There's so many people that voted for him that are pissed off that they did that in the first place. Like everybody is flipping the script now that this is actually rolling. Everything that's going on now, all these tariffs that are in place. I mean, he's pissing people off. There's no way he's going to win another election. If he does, ship me to Africa at this point.
I mean, I don't see the recession. This recession was going on when Biden was in office. We're still feeling the effects from that. I mean, he's trying to do the best that he can. I feel like if he had more time, the country will be thanking him for what he's going to do with that.
Nah, you really finna feel it. You really finna feel it at the stores and everywhere, because
we did when Biden was in office.
But you finna feel it even more. All these tariffs that he's putting on these different countries. We're the biggest importer from other countries than they import from us. China just put a 34% tariff, turned around and put 34% tariffs on U.S. goods, and they don't even buy that much from us. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to the grocery store and you see these prices not creep up but jump up, then you're going to realize what Trump is doing, and you're going to be like, what the hell, man?
Man, we're not worried about these other countries. We can fit these other countries in some of our states. These other countries
we depend on these other countries. That's what you're not understanding.
We depend on them because the way that we got these treaties set up. You know what I'm saying? And of course, because it's cheaper labor over there. We ain't worried about that. We can get it done right here. We've got it done right here before. Give us more jobs, and we'll get it done. So we need the American people to stop complaining and let's get on board about it. We don't need nobody. We can get it done.
No.
Don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
No, the Americans, the people in America are lazy. Let's just start there. And the people
we don't have to do nothing.
The people that would work are the people that immigrate over here, and they're trying to get rid of the immigrants. So it's like, what are we saying here? We can't.
Us Americans will work. We'll work. We got some of the best working class people of all. We just have to have a system to get it done. When Chrysler was over there in Detroit, that place was just like the mecca of America because of the manufacturing of the work that was getting done. We have We have manufacturers all over the country until we figured out we can get it cheaper from China. They want to do it for 50 cents, cool. So and it don't cost that much to ship, cool. But we can get the work done. We built
And
America.
that's what happened. So now we've outsourced all those jobs. And
We can
then
get
you
them
bring
back
them back
here.
over here. You bring them back over here. What's going to happen?
The
Prices are
president
going to skyrocket. Why?
and
Because
what
the American workers want more money to do the
Exactly.
same job that they do in other countries for way
well,
less.
we can just keep the money spending in here until the other countries start feeling the repercussions of what we got to do with them. We just got to. I feel like I'm not worried about the other countries like that. China, you want to do that? You gonna shoot yourself in the foot, like Trump said.
China is way more advanced than us, bro.
Exactly.
And
Way more.
China
We're in trouble.
China ain't way more advanced than us. We got all of the technology. We just
Dude, you crazy. We look like a third world country compared to
yo,
what's going
but
on in China.
we have access to the technology. We can make this happen quickly. China got a lot more people that's doing stuff. They communists. They people can't even move up in ranks. You born in that family, you stay in that rank. It's like, come on now. They got these people.
Dude,
Only certain people are getting that fruits of that labor in China, and it ain't the common day people. The difference in America, the common person can come up and be somebody. You know what I'm saying? It never happened in China.
that has nothing to do with it. We rely on China for so much. And then China not only owns factories in China, like in Asia, but they also own factories in Vietnam. So when we think we're going around them to get stuff done, they own in those factories in those other countries. They even starting to move into Mexico now and own factories and stuff over there.
That's cool, but do they own factories in America? Because we can get it done here. The land of the great. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about them other countries. Like I
We
said, we
Keep
can
thinking
put them other countries in some of our states.
we
Them other
can
countries
barely
can
pay the
pull them.
people here a livable wage. Why do you think that they gonna come here, start all these factories up? They gotta be built from the ground up. They're not here yet. They're not here. Let's just start there. They haven't even started building this stuff up. Maybe if there was a picture perfect world where we already started manufacturing our own stuff, maybe that would work.
We've
But
done it.
we haven't done it right now. We have to wait and try to figure out what we're doing. He's
How
trying
long
to.
do Elon Musk has his Tesla factory right there in Austin that's producing most like
He got one in Houston too, but still.
I don't know.
DJ froze. But let me go back to what Bearded Conversations has said, because he said the DOJ not going for that, meaning Trump's third term. This is Trump's DOJ, so they're not gonna go against him.
Mhm.
But I mean, at the same time, nobody's gonna want the way things are about to go. Nobody's gonna want Trump in for a third term anyway. So I mean, it don't matter. He's not gonna be able to run because nobody's gonna want him to. They
Exactly.
already protesting against him and Elon Musk across the United States. So that's telling you something right there.
They had a protest in 1,000 cities yesterday against him and Elon Musk, and it was supposed to have like
Exactly.
a turnout of like 200,000 people across the United States and everything like that. So, and it was like the protests were happening in places like Montgomery. I can't even say it. Montgomery County. That's a red area. So think about that. If y'all have a
Yeah,
protest going on in a red area already, like you're pissing people off.
exactly. These same people that voted for you pissing them off.
I'm reading the comments down there too. They saying, two people the other night did not agree. Not all rocking with Trump, bro. Trump and Elon suck. Yeah, they do. Well, while DJ Design comes back online, let's go ahead and zoom out from the presidential office and zoom into Texas, because the Texas Senate is trying to pass a bill about banning snack foods from being used with food, banning people that have food stamps from using them to buy snack foods like chips, cookies, I think, and different things like that. We have a video to explain it a little bit better.
Senate Bill 379 passed with an overwhelming 22-8 vote, and now it heads to the House. The move is aimed at making sure that SNAP benefit recipients aren't purchasing extra processed products with no nutritional value, like chips, soda, energy drinks, cookies, and candy.
Yeah, I think this is a terrible idea, honestly. I mean, yes, you want people to be healthy. I don't have a problem with that. But if we being practical, a lot of low income families, they're relying on, the gas station that they can walk to and pick up some food while their mom is probably at work and they can't cook something because they might be too young to know how to cook and things like that. I mean, you just have to think about different family scenarios. And I don't think that they're being practical with trying to put a law like this in office. Like, into effect. I mean, I don't think that that's practical.
They had no cookies, no chips, no processed foods, no soda. Damn, these kids gonna starve because a lot of their mamas can't cook.
Exactly.
Shit. These kids used to eat pizzas and pizza rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Their mama gotta cook. And then half the time they feeding their kids this shit so much that when they do cook, the kids don't want it anyway. Because that's what they used to eat, all that junk.
Yeah, we talking about
So
the Senate bill that happened, DJ Design, about them trying to take away snacks from being able to buy food stamps with them.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Snacks, potato chips, corn chips. It's like, so you want us to eat kale and broccoli and stuff? Like, what are you talking about? That's not cool. You probably can put a limit on it, but like to take that away, that's not American like, and that's just trying to. It's kind of put a disdain in people's mouths, and to do that to the American people, it's not cool. Texas, I really don't see it going through. I mean, I know it was voted like 70% through the Senate, but you do that to your everyday people, and it could be some repercussions. And I don't see the big conglomerates letting that happen either way. Like Lil Debbie, she ain't having that. She'll probably, you know what I'm saying? Because that'll put a debt in her pocket. So she'll probably have some filibusters out there going against the bill. I really don't see that bill passing in a real way. Like my boy said, my one dude said.
In a real way.
Aaron the plumber.
Yeah.
I say, hell yeah, do it. Shit. Make it go back to when your mama said, if you don't eat what I cook, your ass won't eat. Shit.
No, I think it's just gonna be really bad for a lot of families who, like I said, they have moms that are at work or whatever. Let's say your mom work at the hospital or something like that. So she got a shift that ain't gonna be over till 6 or 7 p.m. You get off of school at 3, so now you at home trying to eat some snacks before she get home before she can cook. Like, you gotta be
Yeah.
practical here, you know.
She
They can
gotta be
put it in the
practical.
crock pot. That's what my tea lady used to do. My tea lady used to work from 2 to 10. When I came home, we had a meal. It was in the crock pot. We didn't have to cook. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the crock pot.
That's cool, the crock pot, but still, a snack is also like an incentive. Like, so you just want people to always like, if this is their bread and butter, this is how they're supposed to live. You want them to always have celery and peanut butter. It's like, come
A
on, people
snack is
deserve.
apples and oranges and crackers and
Yeah,
stuff
that they
like
get
that.
that too. They get that too, but they should also have some type of sugary snack that they can go to and have a little moment to themselves. To wait, that's you acting like they're in prison or something. You don't want people to enjoy sometimes,
You
and
don't get that
especially
shit in prison.
this is for kids. This is for kids. Yeah, you didn't get that in prison, so why should they not also get the same thing and their kids, or they're just a family that's also not doing so well? They should be
Because
able
they're
to get.
saying they're over abusing it. That's what they're trying to stop. They're trying to stop the over abuse of it
It
because
doesn't matter
that's
what they
all y'all
doing.
doing. That's why these new mamas don't know how to cook because that's all they doing is feeding their kids that shit
Okay,
because that's all they
okay.
grew up on.
But at a certain point, you can't just take something away from people. That's just, I don't
Control.
see it happening. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. I don't see it happening. Nah,
They
that's
should,
that right there could be real major repercussions.
yeah,
I
they
say
shouldn't
they
control
need to go
too
back.
much.
I had to teach my first wife how to cook. Shit, I know they need to go back to teaching these broads how to cook.
It's okay to cook, but to tell them that what they can't have is just crazy work. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
make them get back in the kitchen.
No, I don't think it's gonna get them back in the kitchen. I really don't think it's gonna get them back in the
No,
kitchen.
hell no, it's not getting them in the kitchen.
If you think about it too, food stamps are they're already lowering the amount that people get, right?
Yeah.
They're raising the prices on actual groceries. So when you go in the store, a lot of these parents are already going for what's cheaper, which are the processed foods like, you know, some quick chips, some quick cookies
Yeah.
that, already that's processed food. So
And a
how are
lot
you
of people,
gonna afford products?
and a lot of people don't have the time, especially a single mother. Like she got take the kids to daycare, take the kids to practice, come home. You want her to cook a full course meal,
Mhm.
like and then you want her to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and go to work. Like, yo, people just do not have the time. And then you want her to go to the park, spend time with a kid or something. It's just not conducive. And this is the 21st century to deprive people of things like that. That's showing that America isn't this top country that people have in mind. If you can't provide small amenities like that, and if you're having a problem with that, it kind of, in my opinion, it says something about you, because you shouldn't be worried about what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? They got this money, they qualify for it. Leave them the hell alone.
Mhm.
Government got to keep their foot on your neck.
I say that we need to be like California, because in California you can use your food stamp card at the like the In and Out and different things like that. You can go through the drive-through and get some food. I mean, in Texas,
What?
yeah, you can use it as like Fat Burger and different stuff like that. You can use your food stamp card,
And
but
Texas already got strict stipulations, and they want to make it even stricter. Which is,
Yeah,
it
I don't
just
think you
shows
can
you.
buy hot food in Texas like that. You
Nah,
could in the pandemic, but I don't
yeah,
think you can.
yeah. During the
nah.
pandemic, yeah, we already got restrictions. They don't need to make it more strict. People already got problems, and they trying to figure out how to eat anyway. So
Yeah.
they need to chill out, you know. But
Damn, Governor Hot Wheels.
hey,
Can't get no damn hot fries. No, I'm playing.
even when you try to eat right, we still get problems where we get blamed for doing wrong things. Like a black man who was caught shopping at Whole Foods, and he was accused of stealing from the Whole Foods.
Yeah,
Now come
like
back. Where you going? You want to see my receipt? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got a lawsuit now. Come on.
Got a lawsuit
Come
now.
on. Come on. Where you going? Where you going? Come on.
oh,
Come
but he
on. I
didn't want
want
to
a
see the
refund for
receipt.
all this shit. I want a refund for. Where's the manager? You can't tell me shit. Tell me don't come back. Who the fuck is you? Where's the manager at? Is he the manager? I want the real manager. Fuck this. Okay, are you the manager? Okay, now what did you say to me?
Do you have a receipt?
For what?
For the.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Yeah, why?
Because
Why?
you didn't purchase.
No,
That's all of our product right there. And you didn't pay for it.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
No,
Take it.
you get sued.
Once it's stolen,
You get sued. What's your name?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Your ass getting sued. Your ass getting sued. Hey, excuse me. I've been accused of stealing, so I want to return everything I got.
All this shit. Okay. All this shit.
Do you have the receipt?
Yeah.
They'll be right with you.
No, I don't want this stuff. He accused me of stealing this, so I'm returning it all.
Okay, Mr. Manager's coming right now, sir.
Is this him right here?
No.
No, but that's the one who was accusing me of stealing, so that's who the problem is. What do you mean they said something because I was black sitting there chilling?
Sir, that's not true, bro. I'm black. We have black security.
Oh, so you the one told them that I stole this?
I never told them anything.
Okay, well they said y'all did. He just said, your security said I stole it.
I would never say that.
Well, that's what the guy just said.
We would never say that unless we're 100% sure. Bro.
He just said it.
You gotta yell at me, bro.
Well, you ain't got to be standing all over me either.
I'm security. I can.
Okay, but you don't have to.
Just the scene, sir.
Oh,
I'm right next to you. You can talk to me as a man.
Boy, fuck this shit.
I don't know. Some people take their jobs a little bit too seriously, because why are you worried about this man in the groceries? Just leave it alone. You know, I haven't been to Whole Foods. I only went to Whole Foods maybe like one time in my life. And I don't remember if they have anybody checking receipts like they do at Walmart or not.
I don't think so, no.
No? Okay, so that's what the problem was. So he just came and picked this man out of nowhere to be like, hey, show me your receipt.
Yeah, the dude said he was sitting down. If you saw the beginning of the video, it's like a little area you can sit and eat. So he finished shopping, sat down and ate, and just random management walked by. Was like, "Can I see your receipt?" And it's almost like a spit in the face. It's like, yo, you didn't even suspect me of stealing anything. Like nobody told you anything over anyway, but you see me chilling, having a good time. It's a white man across the table from me doing the same thing with groceries, but you actually asked me for my receipt, so you can have all this shit back.
Yeah, I don't know a booster who gonna sit there and eat if they done stole a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? That just don't make any sense to me. They try to get out the store. They ain't try to stay in there.
Yeah.
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 Then you trying to act like he trying to make a scene when you've already made a scene. You made a scene by asking me for my receipt. You know what I'm saying? Now all these people think I'm stealing,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but I'm making a scene.
You see what the problem is when people try to eat organic food and eat healthy?
I would say I just did like the over. I feel like it not overreaction because he had a right to act the way he did, but like just keep it moving. Like he just kept calling it out, kept calling it out. It's like, yo, just return the stuff and keep it moving. But everybody handles their situations differently.
Yeah, and I hate it really like even more whenever it's another person of color that's doing it. Like the person that was calling him out was
Oh,
another black man, but he was Hispanic. And at the end
yeah,
of the day, I feel like we still supposed to look out for each other in those
yeah.
instances. So that was kind of weird to me that that's who was doing it.
But when you have
Then the
work,
dude lied. Then the dude lied. He
Oh,
asked for a manager, and the dude said, "I'm a manager." Clearly, on your name tag, it says that you assistant store team lead. Okay,
damn.
ASTL. I mean, come on now.
So he
So,
read and he got the authority like that, and they try to do us like that. So I mean, like I tell my girl, I like when you call stuff out like that because people need to be put on blast. They try to do stuff to us quietly and be like, "Oh, he's aggressive." He's no, but you tried to play me, and everybody gonna know now. Like now, who feeling played? That's how I feel like when people do that.
yeah. I hate that whenever you in the wrong and then you don't want to take accountability for it. That don't even make no sense.
No, and
'Cause I'm yelling because you made me yell. You made me mad, but now
maybe yeah, I'm running wrong. Yeah, I feel you on that. That's crazy.
that's crazy.
hell yeah, that's a lawsuit. Shit.
You think he gonna win it?
Hell yeah, look how you made me look in front of all these people.
They gonna settle before he even get to it. Here, have a little 5K something. They gonna give him some money though.
Give him a little something, little free membership for a couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
I take that. I don't want the membership shit. I want some cash. Kick me down.
Yeah. Well, another black man that seemed to be just trying to feed his family, well, allegedly, was this man named Chris Lewis from Georgia. And he left his kids outside in front of a McDonald's because he said he was going in to do a job interview. But there's a little twist to this case. Let's check it out real quick.
Chris Lewis was arrested March 22nd. Police say he left his kids in a McDonald's by themselves while he went to an interview for a job. Police say that was not quite true. He did apply for a job earlier in the day, 3 hours before the children were left at the McDonald's. Police say his oldest child, a 10-year-old, said he leaves them alone quite often. Before police released this new information, former NFL star Antonio Brown started a GoFundMe on Lewis's behalf, raising more than $78,000.
Man, so he went there to apply for a job that day, but the kids somehow still got left in the car by themselves for a long time. What's funny is the 10-year-old that told on him. Some kids just can't keep their mouth shut. Some kids just right out, just gonna spill all the beans.
That's what I heard somebody say that. What the 10-year-old say about him?
He told him he leave them there all the time by themselves. Yeah.
Damn. Hey, and then coming to find out, they said he wasn't at a job interview.
Yeah, no, yeah. So exactly, that's what the twist of the case was: is that he said he was there, leaving them in the car while he was in a job interview. But come to find out, he did do a job interview, but it was way earlier in the day. The kids have been left there 3 hours after this interview had actually happened. So the money that Antonio Brown raised for him basically got sent back to all the people on GoFundMe because, you lied about it. I mean, you told the truth and lied at the same time.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. You got to get back to your kids. Like, do the job interview. You probably shouldn't even left them there like that by themselves. Anyways, do the job interview and get your ass back. You should have been like beelining back to those kids. Like 3 hours later, like what they said, it was a 10-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
It's a 1-year-old.
1-year-old, dude.
A 1-year-old, like a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old, or a 5-year-old.
Bro, what is he doing? Nah, that's childish. But they said he was 26 and he has a 10-year-old, so that kind of means he had the baby at 16. So
he's 23.
I thought they said he was 23.
Play it backward. I don't
23, a 10-year-old, so he had him at 13 then. I think he said 26. Had him at 16.
Chris Lewis was arrested March 22nd. Police say he left his kids in a McDonald's by themselves while he went to an interview for a job. Police say that was not quite true. He did apply for a job earlier in the day, 3 hours before the children were left at the McDonald's. Police say his oldest child, a 10-year-old, said he leaves them alone quite often. Before police released this new information, former NFL star Antonio Brown started a GoFundMe on Lewis's behalf, raising more than $78,000.
Bearded Conversation said he's 24. He said he read the article on Friday. Okay.
So he's 24 with a 10-year-old? Like, he's childish and he's young, and it's just like, bro, like, you can't be doing stuff like that. Huh?
He's trying to figure it out. He's young and trying to figure life out, and yeah, maybe he don't have no help. I don't know. They were saying something about the mom too. I think she was somewhere else. Maybe she might have been at work too.
Yeah, I think it said she was at work, and then he called her, and she was like, "Where y'all at?" It's a bunch of these people not being real adults in that situation. In my opinion, you think McDonald's is a safe space, dude? You got a 1-year-old there. Come on now, they get hungry quick. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And being young is no excuse, because I had kids young, so I never left them anywhere. I might have smoked weed in the car while they was in there, but I never, with the window rolled down, of course, but I never left them anywhere alone.
Yeah, especially a public area like that. Even in our small town, we wouldn't do no dumb shit like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But I don't know. Hopefully the kids are still having the things that they need and everything like that, because I'm just thinking about, in the scenario, what if they did need that $78K? I mean, a lot of people probably could use some $78K. But what if they needed that? There's 3 kids at the end of the day that could have used that money for something positive, hopefully. But now it got took back because the daddy wanted to lie about it instead of telling the truth. So I hate that part of it.
But the part that I really hate, though, is you never know who's watching you. You know what I'm saying? For you to be leaving a 1-year-old there, and then a 10-year-old is not really capable of taking care of a child, especially for that long. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you never know who's watching you. These kids could have came up missing. Then what you was gonna do?
Yeah, because they are trafficking kids, trafficking all. There's too much dangerous things that are going on in the world. So that's really a good point. Well, let's move from McDonald's to another popular burger franchise, which is Slutty Vegan. The owner, Pinky Cole, had disappeared for a couple months, but she came back to announce that she has her business back. We have a clip of that too.
Hey, Slutty Gang. I know y'all haven't seen my face in a while, and I'm sure that you've been wondering where we've been. Well, for the last couple of months, it's probably been the most incredibly difficult of my entrepreneurial life. As of February 13th, the company went through a global restructure. And as a result of that, that meant that I no longer own the company. I have gone through every emotion imaginable: grief, sadness, fear, depression, uncertainty. What a lot of us entrepreneurs go through, I've gone through. But I realized that as long as I continue to stick to my faith, God will always be by my side. And as hard as change is, it is necessary, but it's always for the good. So now I've never been a hater. So I want you to show up more than you've ever shown up for me before, but this time for the new owner. I appreciate the last 7 years that you've given me, And I'm sure that 2.0, with the new owner, will be bigger and better than ever. I love you again. Thank you so much for 7 years. Swipe left to make a new one. Hey, Sweaty Gang.
See, hey, if you didn't watch that all the way to the end, you would have thought that she actually just sold her company and didn't get it back. You know what I'm saying? But you watch the next clip, you see her walking, and then she turns around and just shows herself. You have to commend this lady for her resilience. I mean, $10 million in debt and to take back control of your company, that says something about your fortitude. You know what I mean? Not only mentally, but I mean, not only physical, but mentally, because it's physically draining and mentally draining to go through what she went through. So, you know, I can't do nothing but give her props and say that this adds motivation. You know what I'm saying? To anybody, this should add motivation to anybody who's ever, failed at something, to know that you can get it all back.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful to see this because Slutty Vegan, when you think of the name of that, you think of Pinky Cole. Like, you love her. She's been a really big advocate in the Atlanta area. And I've been waiting for her to open one in Texas for the longest because I want to eat it. You know, I want to try these burgers. But I'm just excited for her and happy that she finally got her business back, because whenever this was going on, it was like she dipped off from the, internet. You weren't seeing her as much, and we didn't really know what was going on. So when she came back and said this, just like you said, I was watching and I was like, oh man, like, who is this about to be? Who's the new owner? And then when we got to that last slide, I was like, okay, thank God. She got it back. So I was happy to see that.
Yeah, me too. What's up, chat? See y'all in here. Like Bearded Conversation said, get them likes up. You know what I'm saying? DJ Design's having a few technical issues with his PC. So there you go. Ready?
But for her to be voted out of her own business was crazy to me. Like, it just showed you, like you think that you're doing big things because you get a board, and she said she wasn't the operational type, so she was letting somebody else cut the checks to the employees and check on the inventory and all that. She was letting somebody else write the checks for that, and then she decided to replace herself with somebody else, and then next thing you know, they voted her out the business. And it's just like, how you going to vote me out of something that I started? You guys don't have the authenticity. You don't have the recipe like I do. So it just that's what got me the most. So shout out to her for bossing up and buying her company back at an undisclosed amount when her company was worth in 2022 $100 million. So it's like, what did she boss up with and drop that bag on? Because she could have moved on, because she got other ventures with her husband, Derek Hayes, who owns cheese steaks, something like, he owns a very popular restaurant himself. So it's like she could have went and put her into that instead of coughing up that bread to get her business back. But at the end of the day, I commend her for doing what she was doing, and hopefully she can watch the money, watch the process better this time around.
Yeah. Hopefully she fired that whole board, because they gotta go.
Yeah, don't vote me out though. Fuck.
You gotta go. Because what? Vote me out of my business is crazy.
That's what they do. That's what they do. That's why you can't let people own too many shares.
Yeah, you're right. And like I said earlier, when you think of Slutty Vegan, you think of Pinky Cole. But when you think of the Denver Nuggets and the number 15, who do you associate it with? Because there's been some controversy over this number, and we're going to get into it. I want to hear both of your answers, but let's play the clip first.
They purposely gave 15 to a second-round pick?
I think so, man.
So his resume is big enough to keep the number 15 from nobody else wearing it?
No, but not this soon, though.
What I'm saying is, it's not like
not this soon. They didn't have to retire it. Like this one, I went to Denver, right? I tried to get number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Jersey. When I went to the Nets, I was trying to get 4. Mm-hmm. It wasn't retired, but out of respect for someone, they told me I couldn't get it.
Bro, they took this man in the second round, and when he got drafted, they were doing a Taco Bell commercial. They had no idea he was going to turn out to be this, because if they had, they'd took his ass in the first round. You don't run the risk of this is a transcendent player. and taking him in the second round if you think you're going to do anything. But unfortunately, they're not going to remember Carmelo wore that 15.
What y'all think?
I ain't see that take on it. We got a special guest, so he watches basketball all the time. What do you think? Who should the Denver Nuggets retire? Carmelo's jersey or Joker's jersey, and why?
Carmelo's because he's already retired.
Oh, so he came first, so he might as well retire his jersey. But what about Jokic dropping 60 MVP? Got a chip with him.
Because he's already still playing.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Carmelo fan in the building.
I mean, it ain't wrong.
No, don't. Demir gonna shut your dreams down. Watch. What you got? What you got? Demir?
Personally, I thought Melo had a better career with the Knicks. I know he played 8 seasons with the Nuggets and 7 seasons with the Knicks, and then he played with a couple of more teams. I think Portland and Houston. But I looked at the stats and his tenure with the Nuggets and his tenure with the Knicks, they were virtually the same stat wise. I just think he's more recognizable with the Knicks than with the Nuggets. That's just my assessment of the whole thing. But like I said, it's similar. I think a better debate. I think a better debate would be should he even have his jersey retired? He a Hall of Famer, but what has he done to really have his jersey
Oh,
retired?
come on, don't do that. He can have it retired somewhere. But I would say, I mean, like you said, we're gonna forget what Carmelo did. He never brought a chip to Denver. So I gotta say, Jokic brought a chip to him. He's getting all these MVPs in Denver. They shouldn't have gave Jokic number 15. They gave it to him, and he's done remarkable things. He had a better career than Carmelo did. Go ahead and retire it. But people still gonna remember Melo. So retire both of them. You know what I'm saying? Retire both of them. But like you said, Melo was one of those guys you love, but he never really had the numbers and the stats and the chip to back it up. So it's just sorry, son, to crush your dreams, but they gonna retire Jokic before they retire Melo's over there in Denver.
Yeah, I don't think they
Nah.
retired Melo in Denver.
He said, "No."
You
All
don't
right.
think so? You think they gonna retire Melo?
Like, yeah,
Be
like
quiet. That's all good.
Come on, give us your point of view. So
What you like watching? You like watching Melo game better than Jokic game or what? Like the way he play?
Nah, not really.
You don't like
Not
watching
really.
Jokic play?
I really like his son better than him.
Jokic son?
Melo.
No, Carmelo's.
Oh, Carmelo's son ball harder than him. Okay, it's supposed to get better. It's supposed to get better.
hey, I don't know if it did in LeBron's case, but you know.
Hey, LeBron's a different type of talent, man.
But I mean, somebody in the comments, I think it was Bearded Conversation, said that they remember Melo more from the Knicks than the Denver
Yeah.
Nuggets. And I agree. Like when I think of Melo, I'm thinking of the Knicks. Like I didn't even remember that he played for Denver, honestly. So I don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean, I knew Nick first till I went and looked at it. I was like, did Melo play for? But yeah, that's where he started his career after he um, graduated from Syracuse and got drafted in the league. I
Yeah.
remember him at Syracuse. He was a dog at Syracuse. I really thought he was going to be better than LeBron when he came in the league.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I said, how? LeBron came straight out of high school. Stop it.
Carmelo was a beast at Syracuse, man.
He
You
won
got to
that
watch.
chip with them. He
Yeah.
submitted with them. He won that chip, but LeBron is still different. But yeah, I mean that's all right. Thanks to the special guest for dropping that on us. We're gonna see who gonna retire. What jersey? We'll stay tuned with this.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Okay, I
All right,
want
so
to end off the show by giving our condolences to the family of 3 young ladies who passed away earlier this week. They were driving a car, they were drinking after a night out, and they were speeding down the highway. Well, I don't even know if it was a highway. They were speeding though. They were speeding and driving, recording, and then they all got into a fatal accident and passed away. So I want to give some love to their families. But we do have a clip of the videos that were showing before they passed away.
I done been through a lot of fuck shit, I promise. When Yoda got murdered, you should've seen the look on his mama. Now his brother locked up every summer. Come on, man. You know about ducking through boys every motherfucking month.
And then the plus, you know that jacket, nigga focus on your motherfucking family, your daughter, and they'll focus on the way. Pay attention to the water. Pay attention to the action. You the real nigga make it. I know. On the ship, you can call me the captain. Call us the audience, my whole team like heaven. You know riding in this big ass Benz, blowing that dodo. That Mike Tyson, we that's the knockout for Shadow. Looking through my neighborhood, wondering when we gonna stop fumbling. Stop all that fat ass robbery and get some money. Fuck nigga, that ain't the plug. Tell him, man.
Doing 120 on the highway? Come on, man.
Yeah, this was sad. I mean, you never want nothing to end like this, or you people having a night out trying to have fun, but drinking and driving, especially some Patron. Patron is not the one to play with ever. So I don't know. This is really sad though. I hate that this happened.
Yeah, I hate the way that we have fun sometimes. I mean, it's just like, why does it have to be destructive? Why can't we just? And I never understood the fact of going to a bar when you have to get into a car and get back home. Like, why don't we just, if we're going to get into inebriated to where we can't control our faculties, why can't we just do that in the safety of our own home and wild out there? I mean, doing it in public, not only are you putting yourself in danger, you're putting others in dangers, and that should matter more. So it's just like, why can't we have fun in a safer environment? Why do we have to be so destructive with our fun sometimes? It's just not cool. And they're too young to be acting like that, in my opinion.
I mean, it's sad, but it's nobody's fault but they own. You know what I'm saying? To be out there drinking and driving, and you doing 116, you're already impaired. So just think about if something was in the road and she might have overcorrected.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard enough to get something stable if you overcorrect. You know what I'm saying? When you're sober. So imagine when you're drunk and your reflexes aren't the same. That's probably what happened. Or she just lost control of the car. I mean, trying to grab the bottle or something. I don't know, but it was senseless, man. And like I said, it's nobody's fault but they own. And then that one chick, she had just posted a few days before about being scared as fuck when somebody driving fast and she in the vehicle. And then allegedly, she was the one that was recording this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I mean, I hate it happened, but it's nobody's fault but they own.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. For us to have fun, we just got to find better things to do. Drinking and driving is not it. You know what I'm saying? So this got to be a lesson to everybody that watched that video. Think twice, get an Uber, party at home, stay sober.
Yeah, but I mean, just like she's saying in this comment that you're showing, is like, at the end of the day, like the other girls that were in the car, they could have told her, hey, slow down. I'm scared. I would have, because I hate being in cars like that. But at the same time, you don't know what level of impairment they were in to where she might have not even, or she could have said it. Honestly, we don't really know what happened. She could.
They were recording it, hyping it up though. They're like with the recording.
That's why wasn't the one of them in the side that was doing it? But I don't know if the ones in the back were recording as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Okay, I see.
It
was some people in the back too.
Yeah. I think it was 3 or 4 girls.
They all perished.
Mm-hmm. All of them passed away.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And even though going 116, 120 miles in these cars today don't seem like you going that fast, the impact will let you know that you're going that fast. You know what I mean? Just by hitting something, you're gonna tear the whole fucking car up. So yeah, just don't advise anybody to drink and drive, especially when you're inebriated and you've been taking shots straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
tequila don't really mess me up like that. That's my drink. I mean, I have my wits about me when I'm drinking tequila, but like other liquors like vodka and all that shit, yeah, I can't deal with it. So it just alcohol takes different effects on people.
Yeah.
Me, I'm really a smoker. Well, I really was a smoker. I don't do that anymore, but I would rather smoke than drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, drinking make you feel sick in the morning. I don't see how people do that all the time.
Exactly. I can't get up and function like that. I'll be down for 2 or 3 days after drinking.
Bearded Conversation said tequila is like Kool-Aid to me. Y'all, tequila is dangerous. Like, that's what I'm saying. Whenever I seen the Patron bottle, that's when I was like, oh my God. Like, that's to me one of the most like dangerous tequilas. It's just like you can have 1 or 2 shots of that and it's gonna, I don't know. It's
tequila is my shit. I mean, that's like I said, I can still have my wits about me drinking tequila. It's the vodka and the Crown Royal and everything else. I'm not good with brown. I'm not good with vodka. And I can't drink. I never could drink Hennessy. It give me an instant headache for some reason.
Bearded Conversation says because I'm a lady. I drink tequila too. Bearded Conversation. It's just the Patron is. I can't do it. I can't do that at all. Yeah, but this was really sad though. I really hate that this happened. And like you said, I hope people just kind of take it as an example of what not to be doing. Don't drink and drive, y'all. It's not okay. But that's all the conversations and all the topics that we have for this week. Thank you for spending the block with us. I'm Carleon. I can't even talk today, y'all. I'm Carleon Chiffon signing off for Derek Demir and DJ Designs. We will see y'all next week at the same time. Thank y'all.
Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up.